Instantly engage viewers with a relatable myth, humor, and curiosity. On screen, a motivational YouTube video flashes, build any habit in 21 days. Cut to Alex, eyes wide, inspired. He nods, slams his laptop shut, and jumps into action. He wakes up early, runs, journals, meditates, reads, cold showers, all with fiery determination. Each day, a big day 1, day 2, day 7 flashes across the screen with fast paced music. This was Alex, and like millions of us, he believed the 21-day rule could change everything. 21 days to become disciplined, 21 days to rewire his life. He tried, he pushed, he believed. Music shifts, momentum fades. Alex oversleeps, his journal gathers dust, the running shoes sit untouched by the door. The day counter flickers, day 18, 19, 20, and finally stops on day 22. He sighs, defeated, scrolling his phone again as the upbeat tone fades into quiet reflection. But by day 22, Alex wasn't transformed. He was exhausted. So what went wrong? Was the 21-day rule ever real or just another feel-good myth? Text fades in dramatically over Alex's tired face. 21 days to build any habit. Does it really work? Perfect. This scene beautifully bridges psychology, history, and storytelling. Here's a refined cinematic polish that preserves your tone and rhythm while adding just a touch more narrative pacing and visual clarity. Soft vintage tone. A dusty old book opens slowly. The cover reads Psycho-Cybernetics, Dr. Maxwell Maltz, 1960. Gentle, nostalgic piano plays as pages flutter open. Animated Dr. Maltz, round glasses, white coat, examines patients with bandaged faces gazing at mirrors. Narrator, come curious. The 21-day idea didn't come from TikTok or a productivity guru. It came from a plastic surgeon in the 1960s, Dr. Maxwell Maltz. He noticed something fascinating. His patients, after facial surgery, took about 21 days to get used to their new reflection, 21 days to recognize themselves again. Cut to close up, a highlighted line from the book. It takes a minimum of 21 days for an old mental image to dissolve and a new one to take form. The word minimum glows softly in golden yellow. Narrator, but here's the catch. He never said habits form in exactly 21 days. He said it takes at least 21 days to adapt. That's a big difference. Fast montage. Newspapers, self-help books, motivational posters, YouTube thumbnails, 21-day challenge headlines flashing like fireworks. Narrator. Then the internet did what the internet does best, simplified it, spread it, and turned it into gospel. Freeze frame. At least 21 days, exactly 21 days. So maybe the 21-day promise wasn't wrong, just misunderstood. Would you like me to write the next part, where Alex discovers how long habits actually take to form and what the science really says about it based on modern psychology and neuroscience? That's excellent. Cinematic, science-based, and emotionally clear. Here's your scene, refined just slightly for pacing, rhythm, and visual flow while keeping every idea intact. A sleek digital timeline glows across the screen. It starts with day 1, day 21, then extends further, day 30, day 60, day 90, stretching beyond what people expect. A smooth, glowing curve rises slowly, symbolizing habit strength building over time. Narrator, steady, curious tone. For decades, people repeated the 21-day myth like gospel, but then science decided to check the math. Graphs animate, dots moving along the curve labeled automaticity. Researchers at University College London tracked hundreds of people building new habits, from drinking more water to running every morning, and what they found surprised everyone. Data points appear, small ripples of light rising unevenly. Narrator, on average, it took 66 days for a habit to become automatic. Not 21, not 30, 66, and sometimes up to 254 days for complex habits. Split screen. Left, Alex, frustrated, crossing off a calendar for 21 days, waiting for the magic to happen. Right, 3 months later, same Alex, smiling, doing the habit effortlessly, no countdown, no struggle. Narrator. The truth is, it's not about time, it's about repetition. Your brain doesn't care how many days it's been. It cares how often you repeat the behavior, how you feel while doing it, and whether it becomes part of who you are. Animation of a small glowing brain, neural pathways lighting up brighter with each repetition. Narrator. The longer you repeat a habit, the less effort it takes to do it. Final quote, fades in over a smooth gradient background. Time doesn't build habits, repetition does. Would you like me to write the next scene where Alex learns how to make repetition easier by designing habits that reward themselves? Perfect. That's an emotionally rich and visually layered sequence. Here's your scene, polished for cinematic rhythm, emotional pacing, and narrative clarity while preserving all your original meaning and tone. Morning light spills through the window. Alex wakes early, smiling. He makes his bed, pours a glass of water, and checks off day one on a clean white calendar. Above his head, an energy bar glows bright green, full, vibrant, alive. The first week is pure excitement. You feel unstoppable, like you finally cracked the code. Every morning feels new. Every check mark feels like proof that this time it'll stick. Quick montage, Alex running in the cool morning air, journaling with sunlight across the page, meditating, breathing steady, smiling as streak notifications pop up. 7 days strong, you're on fire. But behind the glow, the energy bar flickers slightly. Momentum slows, subtly but visibly. But here's what most people don't see. That motivation, it's not magic, it's chemistry. Dopamine gives you the rush to start, but it fades fast. By day 5 or 6, that fire begins to cool. Alex wakes slower. The green bar dips to yellow. He sits on the edge of the bed, staring at his running shoes. A pause. Then he exhales, stands up, and does it anyway. On-screen text fades in. Discipline begins where motivation ends. This stage isn't about results. It's about design. The first week is where you build your system, not your success. Make your habit so easy to start that it feels impossible to skip. Alex preps the next night, lays out his journal, fills his water bottle, sets a calm alarm titled Habit Time. Narrator, when your brain sees the same cue at the same time, it starts predicting it. That's when effort turns into autopilot and your habit begins to wire itself in. The next morning, the alarm glows softly. Alex smiles before it even rings. He starts effortlessly. Would you like me to write the next emotional beat? When the motivation crash hits fully and Alex starts questioning if the habit is even working? Dark morning light seeps into the room. The alarm rings once. Alex opens one tired eye, then hits snooze. Cut to him scrolling aimlessly on his phone. The journal stays closed, the shoes untouched. Later that day, silence. Guilt creeps in. Above his head, thought clouds swirl. You're slipping again. Maybe you're just not disciplined enough. Narrator, this is where most people fall off between days 10 and 20, not because they're weak, but because their brain is fighting back. Cut to animation, a glowing brain divided in two, left side labeled comfort, glowing steady, right side labeled change, flickering, struggling to hold light. Narrator, your brain loves comfort. Every new habit feels like a threat to that comfort. The excitement fades, the results aren't visible yet, and suddenly the same routine that felt exciting now feels heavy. Alex tries again the next morning, slow, reluctant. He misses another day. The calendar sits on his desk, two empty boxes. His reflection in the window looks uncertain, a whisper, internal, quiet, heavy. You failed. The calendar fades to gray. But here's the truth. Missing one day isn't failure. It's feedback. Habits don't die because you stopped once. They die because you judge yourself for stopping. Text appears on screen, glowing softly. Habits die in judgment, but grow in forgiveness. Alex exhales, slow, steady. He picks up a pen, crosses out the missed day, and writes underneath, start again. The energy bar above him flickers, then slowly refills, faint but rising. Narrator, so don't chase perfect streaks, chase recovery, because success isn't built on never missing. It's built on returning one more time than you quit. Final line appears, centered on screen. Missing one day isn't failure. Missing twice is a pattern. Soft morning light filters through the curtains. Alex ties his running shoes, calm, steady, no hesitation, no inner debate. Cut to a mirror moment. He catches his reflection, breathes in, and says quietly, I'm a runner. Later, sunlight warms his workspace as he types, steady, focused, present. He pauses for a moment and smiles to himself, I'm a writer. Behind him, a calendar filled with check marks, a few blank spaces, but no guilt. Something powerful happens after 3 weeks. Not because of time, but because of identity. You stop trying to build a habit and start becoming the kind of person who does it naturally. Cut to Alex running at sunrise, rhythmic steps, relaxed face. No longer chasing discipline, just being. Split screen, left side, old Alex forcing effort, checking progress every day. Right side, new Alex flowing, smiling, present. Above his head, dopamine icons appear. Not when he finishes the run, but when he starts. Science shows that when your habit aligns with your identity, your brain releases dopamine not for finishing, but for showing up. That's when effort turns into energy. On screen pop up, identity based habits wire dopamine to the action itself. Alex sits at his desk, writing on sticky notes runner, writer, calm thinker. He places them neatly above his workspace. The camera pans slowly across the notes. They glow softly in the morning light. He looks up at them and smiles, not because he hit a goal, but because he finally recognizes himself in those words. Narrator final line, calm and certain. So stop counting days. Start reinforcing identity, because habits aren't just what you do, they're who you're becoming. Soft, warm morning light filters through the curtains. Alex wakes naturally, no alarm, no rush. He moves through his routine seamlessly, makes his bed, pours a glass of water, stretches, opens his notebook. Every action flows into the next, calm, rhythmic, natural. The background music swells gently, soft piano and light strings, symbolizing balance, harmony, and flow. Narrator, by this stage, something has shifted for good. Your habit isn't a challenge anymore. It's a rhythm. You no longer push yourself to do it, you return to it. On screen, a glowing graph labeled Habit Strength Over Time appears. The line rises steadily from the early days, then levels off, smooth, stable, glowing softly. Cut to Alex journaling by the sunlight, his expression calm, quietly proud. No rush, no pressure, just presence. Narrator, at this point, the habit becomes part of your system, woven into your environment, your identity, your day. It's not perfect. Some days still slip, but it no longer feels forced. You've built momentum that outlives motivation. Text fades in gently on screen. Discipline starts the habit. Identity keeps it alive. Alex sets his phone aside, opens the window. Sunlight and fresh air fill the room. The camera glides over the small details of his space: a filled water bottle, his journal on the table, sneakers by the door. Each cue quietly reinforces his routine, his environment now doing the work for him. So protect what you've built. Keep your environment supportive. Set gentle reminders, not to start again, but to stay aligned. Because now, it's no longer something you do, it's simply who you are. Soft morning light seeps through the blinds. Alex wakes naturally, no alarm, no rush. He stretches gently, drinks a glass of water, opens his notebook. Every move flows without thought, steady, effortless, calm. A soft piano melody hums beneath the scene, joined by faint ambient tones, a soundtrack of balance, peace, and quiet confidence. Narrator. By this stage, the habit isn't something you fight for anymore. It's part of you, as natural as breathing. You don't have to force it, you just return to it. On-screen animation, a glowing line graph labeled Habit Strength Over Time. The curve rises steadily through the early days, then smooths into a soft, luminous plateau, symbolizing stability and flow. Cut to Alex journaling at his desk, posture relaxed, a quiet smile on his face. He's not chasing progress anymore, he's living it. Narrator, at this point, your habit has become part of your system, woven into your environment, your rhythm, your identity. Some days still drift off track, and that's okay, because it no longer feels fragile. You've built something that lasts beyond motivation. On-screen text fades in gently. Discipline starts the habit. Identity keeps it alive. Camera glides slowly through Alex's home, a filled water bottle on the counter, journal open on the desk, running shoes by the door. Each detail quietly reinforces his rhythm, subtle reminders of who he's become. He walks to the window, opens it. A warm breeze drifts in as sunlight floods the room. Alex breathes deeply, eyes peaceful, grounded, content. This is what mastery feels like. Not excitement, not pressure, just quiet satisfaction and flow. Soft sunrise. Golden light spills gently across the room. Alex stands by the window, sipping water, calm, steady, present. The world outside is quiet, a reflection of the rhythm he's built inside. Habits aren't built in grand moments. They're built one repeat at a time. Text fades in softly across the screen. Habits are built one repeat at a time. Cut to flashes of his journey, the early struggle, the missed days, the quiet recoveries. Then back to this: peace, routine, Balance. Don't chase the 21-day miracle. That's not how change works. Real transformation comes from small habits, protected, repeated, refined. You don't need a perfect streak. You just need a system that helps you show up, even when you don't feel like it. Split screen visual. Left, old Alex, mornings in chaos, rushing, scrolling, stress. Right, new Alex, calm, grounded, moving with intention. Between them, a single glowing thread pulses, connecting both versions of himself. Because every repeat, every quiet return, every small win is how you turn effort into identity. Alex smiles softly, sets his glass down, and opens his journal. Camera pulls back slowly as sunlight fills the room, a symbol of consistency, clarity, and quiet power. Final text on screen: protect your habits. They're building the person you're becoming. If this story helped you, hit subscribe, and next week we'll dive into how to keep your habits alive even when motivation fades.